Now, here's a tip. Tip number 50, eat better meat. You might not want to be a vegan or a vegetarian, but we say think about what you eat. Here's a lovely picture from Chris Edzer about cutting up kangaroo and some friendly advice about cutting up crocodile, which has to be from a farm. Don't go wrestling your own crocodiles, kids. It's against the law. We did speak to the urban wolf from his farm in Gippsland, Victoria.
An interesting morning after an interesting night with thunderstorms coming down, picked up another 30 mm rain.
Now, I've just shared on my screen a picture of some food that you prepared. You want to just describe what we're looking at?
I go from the bread side. It's a sourdough rye cooked in a cast iron, cooked or baked in a cast iron pot.
Mm-hmm. And is that pot in the oven or on a fire?
No, this goes in the oven at about 220 degrees.
Okay.
Then the pot comes out, the bread dough comes in, the lid comes on, and then it gets
preheat the pot before you put the dough.
Pot, yes.
Okay.
In the dish up top, some home pickled olives. Then we go down the side. We have a slightly cured and then smoked barramundi. Then we have a cooked and then smoked or poached and smoked sausage from the Harz Mountains in Germany, as my mum comes from that area. And then we have a white and a black pudding. Well, the white pudding has about 5% pork liver in, and is a straight pork meat. The dark one is a traditional black pudding with some. The white bits are some finely diced up back fat.
Mm-hmm.
And these two recipes are as traditional as they can get.
Okay.
And then on the bottom, I have cured a little bit of bacon sliced up. The two white bits are Persian feta, and then I halve the feta and put a little bit of a truffle tapenade in there.
So you're growing the food, working with your neighbours, collaborating with them to preserve, cure, and make things from the food that they produce. You are teaching students and you're sharing the results of that cooking in the community. What things would you like to add to that? How, where are the areas where you think we need to, or you need to do more work to make that happen more effectively?
From a teaching perspective, yes, to get the message out to the students, to eat good food, to eat well, to step a little bit back from the highly preserved food items, and eat what you need. Focus on the portions. Don't waste any food. And be responsible with yourself, and be responsible. What you get given.
Mm. And are they receptive to that message, or is that hard work to get them to take notice of that?
It's for some, it's probably hard work, but this is a very multicultural school, and I have students from around the Mediterranean down into Africa and Sudan, and across Asia. A lot of Afghani students, but also a lot of Pacifica students.
Mm-hmm.
And they sometimes look at me and say, okay, that's exactly the things my mom or my grandma is always saying.
Okay. So do they surprise you? Do they bring the ingredients and things that you haven't seen before, or show you methods that you...
not so much bringing in ingredients because you know, we run a commercial kitchen, so I don't not necessarily allowed to bring ingredients in. But if I cook something, and I cooked a murg Afghani the other day, and Googled the most authentic Afghan recipe, and the Afghan girls were just astonished. How can a white chef from Germany cook Afghani food? Have you been to Afghanistan? No, I haven't.
No, I've been to
would love
Google.
go, but you know, I don't even need to Google because I got a vast variety of cookbooks, and then, you know, if you have all the herbs and spices you need in your cupboard or in your pantry, you just pick up a recipe and then, you know, you cook it.
And
So,
what about in your local community there? You know, your neighbours, are the neighbouring farmers interested in what you're doing?
they love it. They love it. You know, if I make a bunch of sausages, you know, I fling them around in the neighborhood, and yeah. But the down here, the multiculturalism has stopped. I think 50 km to the north. This is still pretty much Anglo-Saxon, European. But no, they love it. And due to the fact that one of the neighbors here is a film producer, and he had a bit of a show last year, and in a local hall where I catered for about 140 people. As soon as the word got out that I did the catering, the bookings went up, and we ended up with 40 more people that they actually had pre-booked to go in the hall. So
oh, that's exciting. We look forward to the Leongatha Food and Film Festival becoming a fixture on the calendar then. Well, thank you for sharing that with Your Life, Your Planet. That's marvellous.
It has been an absolute pleasure. And yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up again.